Hello, this is the next bridge over the Roch, just a pedestrian bridge really over the river, and this path we're following alongside the river here, it's not marked on the map as a public right of way, but it does seem to be quite clear on the ground, and there are no notices off the road indicating that we can't use it, so I'm crossing my fingers that this will not lead us into trouble. Okay, right, well, to follow on, we've just been told by a friendly passerby that this is a concessionary path from the water board, so we are going to be able to continue by the river for a while. That's good news. As you can probably tell, we're walking this in the winter time, but still very pleasant. It follows the curve of the river just off to our left, with the houses of Marland up on the bank just above it. And, nice sweep of the floodplain there. Very nice. What do you think, Simon?
So why is it called a floodplain?
Because it's a plain where the water goes when the river floods.
Okay, is it like designed for that?
Well, not really, but nature just determines it's a name for a natural feature.
So is it actually used to protect places from floods then?
Well, not really, because it's not man-made. It just is.
I mean, like, do humans take advantage of it?
Yes, they do, yes.
Also, you're still filming.
I know. After crossing this wide field, which is popular with people exercising their dogs, the river takes a distinct swing to the left, and we follow it. Up above us are the housing. It's the housing estate that lies just off the Bamford Road between Rochdale and Bury. Although eventually you have to come away from the river and climb up to a public footpath that takes a higher course above the Roch, and there is this nice notice where the landlord telling you that you are welcome to roam this land, which is very good. And there's a path coming down here which we're about to join and follow the Roch, but a bit above it. This is probably the nicest section of the entire river actually, so we're going to enjoy this, I think. Well, there seems to be the remains of some sort of pumping station over to our right. That path will take you back to Bamford Road, but this one actually starts dropping back down towards the Roch. You can see this is a lovely spot. A fallen tree in the river, and it is again flowing very nicely here. So as you can see, we're now right back down alongside the Roch, and we've got high banks on either side, so this is quite a nice little sheltered spot. Hello, a bit further on you'll find this bridge and a weir. There does seem to be a path on the other side, but I'm not sure how long that lasts. So we'll stick with the public footpaths on this side. It does look like there was once a mill or something here. It would certainly be a good site for it and goes along with the weir. But yeah, you can see there's a real brownish churn to the Roch here. Lovely. Hello, a bit further on, the path by the Roch takes you right through the middle of this reclamation yards, but they have left a little path in between all the building works, all the building materials that they recycle, and the chaps seem quite friendly as well. But at this point we have to leave the Roch for a short while and drop back down to it at Crimble.
Go.
Hello, well, we're back down at the Roch once again. Derelict. Apparently there are plans with the council to turn this into apartments, and that it's a lovely spot there. Not sure about that access, that would be a bit narrow for a lot of cars, but yeah, Crimble Mill, and we're now going to follow the Roch into Heywood.
Go on then. Look at him walking over there. How silly. Hello.
Okay, right. Well, after Crimble Mill, which is back that way, you follow the Rochdale Way for a bit, and it will eventually bring you into Queen's Park in Heywood. And this is an interesting stretch because you've got the river on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you've got what was the boating lake. Now at the time of filming the video I can't tell you exactly when the boat ceased running. The park was neglected for quite a while. There is a Friends of Queen's Park organisation which has tidied it up a lot, but whether or not they've got the funds to re-establish the boating, I rather doubt, but it would be nice to think so. And if you follow the Roch beyond the boating lake, you've got this lovely meadow off to your right, and then you get this fabulous view of the Queen's Park Road Bridge. That's the most spectacular bridge we've seen over the Roch so far.
That is nice.
So yeah, but it's concrete but still pretty impressive. And shortly after that you come to this footbridge over the Roch, which is flowing a lot more sedately at this point, and possibly get an even better view of the bridge here. And a footpath climbs the opposite bank to take you to the main road. As you can probably guess, we're now underneath the bridge, looking down at the Roch. There's some graffiti artist and somebody chilling out as part of the bridge structure down there. We won't disturb them too much. Yeah. Quite monumental, really. Hello, we're now on the south side of the Roch, between the bridge at Queen's Park Road and Hooley Bridge, which is just around the corner. There's a nice tarmacked path here which will lead you onto River Street and the Brown Cow pub in Heywood, but it looks like it could easily flood after heavy rain. It's pretty much at the same level as the river, and there's water on this side a bit further on. In fact, it looks slightly flooded a bit further on, so shall we leave it running and test see that down?
By the way, I'm very sorry everybody for the camera keep doing that thing where everything in focus looks black. I think it only happens on sunny days. It's just a kink of the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was kind of flooded.
Yeah, that's just about walkable in boots. Hello, I'm shouting here because this is quite a busy road. We're on the Heywood Bridge here, and we're looking back that way towards Queen's Park. You can't quite see the bridge even in winter, and the Roch is flowing quite nicely here, quite wide, and it's on the other side. You can see it's quite industrialised, so we actually have to take a path a bit higher up to get back to it. Okay, the mill here is now used, you know, for a gym and various other businesses, but it's not really making anything anymore.